We talk about ChatGPT and how to integrate AI agents into our work. But what we are really missing is the basics of marketing, the basics of the business. And I'm talking about the 4 P's of marketing. If you remember, I'm talking about price, place, promotion, and your product. These basic 4 P's of marketing are still truly fundamental and revolutionary if you get them right. Obviously, they are not still in the same environment and context as it used to be earlier, but let's try to look at where I'm coming from. Number 1, product. Earlier, it used to be about I'm a car, I'm a food, I'm a restaurant, and this is what I sell. But this doesn't work anymore. You want to talk about your product in a holistic manner. I'll take an example of liquid death. If you've heard about liquid death, then it is just simply water. But liquid death is about this new holistic experience. When I first heard about liquid death, I had visions of Rolling Stone on one side, punk rock, and then electric guitar, and so many nuances of it that I was intrigued to try out this product. And then when I did try this product, and I spoke to other people as well who are using this product and enjoy using it, they all say the same thing, that it comes across to them as a beer or some alcoholic drink, which is more than just water. But it still quenches their thirst. And if you talk about the tagline, then it really is something that you would not normally think. Murder your thirst. Now, who in the world will talk about murder, death, punk rock, and so on onto their products, onto their cans, literally? So every touch point of liquid death has this particular nuance, this new integrated holistic experience. So product, if you see, is not just more about this tangible product that is what you're selling. It is a lot more. Let's talk about price. Now, price used to be that I have the cost of this product. On top of that, I will add my margin, and this is probably going to be my selling price. But this is not how it works anymore. If you pay $1,000 for an iPhone, that iPhone is just more than a phone, right? You're paying for the brand. You're paying for what Apple makes you feel. Take Tesla as an example. Tesla's Cybertruck is really great looking. It looks steel, it looks distinguishing. I've seen people taking photographs of it and posting it on Instagram that they're standing next to Cybertruck as their first celebrity. It's rare, obviously, how it is at this point of time, but how distinguishing this is with the price point, where it starts its base model somewhere around 61,000 USD and its highest model, which is Cyber Beast, going up to almost $100,000. Take IKEA as an example, very extreme from Cybertruck and the example that I've given just now. But if you go to an IKEA store, it is very alarming, I would say, that if you don't go and try their hot dog or their meatballs. They're priced around $1 usually. And in UK, you get meatballs starting from 60p going up to 1.40p. That's really cheap. Now, is IKEA saying that we are cheap? No. They're trying to signify their positioning. They're saying we are affordable, and that is truly what IKEA is for. So price is not about just putting that base and your margin on top. It is really thinking, how do you want to signal your customers? How do you want to position yourself? Let's talk about place. It used to be a space at retail stores. If you think from a traditional perspective, it's about having that space in the aisle, on that shelf at the eye level, but it's not that anymore. I'm sure you connect the dots with how the digital experience of it matters as well. Think about Gymshark as a brand. Gymshark started from not retail stores. If you go on the Regent Street, they have a store there, full-fledged store, but this is not how they started. They started on Instagram and YouTube, making videos, gym videos, and they later on went on to the retail part of it. Now let's take Prime Hydration as an instance. This is by these two dudes, Long Paul and KSI. If you have seen them wrestling on the ring, it's the brand that they run. So it started from a fan community that these two guys had, and it later came into the retail funnel. So this is how place is evolving. Now let's talk about promotion, the last amongst these 4 P's. Promotion initially used to be ads, jingles. If you remember the Nokia, I don't know if I got it right, but if you remember any brand's jingle, then this is what traditional promotion used to be like. How do you stay in the memory? But now it's obviously gone on to the next level. Take as an instance Duolingo. The Duolingo education app, the language app, has this green owl trending literally on TikTok, on Instagram, everywhere on social. People who use the app or who don't use the app know the green owl. And their celebrity is really freaking people out to use the app if they're not following that grind of being regular into that loop of using the app. If they're off the app, then the owl appears in different ways and faces and emotions, making people hooked on to come to the platform time and again. Let's take Oatly now. Now, I've done another podcast taking Oatly as an example where I talk about their CEO, but where I'm really coming at is how Oatly uses interesting conversational scribbles onto their Tetra Paks, their cans, which people want to either share or want to be a part of a conversation. So that's promotion in today's times. Now, ChatGPT and LLMs have come into this picture. And obviously, you want to think about how your 4Ps integrate into this world of AI integration and ChatGPT. So I'm not saying that thinking about any of this AI strategy is incorrect, but I want you to remember is that thinking about 4Ps should be your basic foundation. On top of that, you should think about all these nuances, how to reach out to your right audience and resonate with them. I hope you liked this mini capsule. I'm Rachit Kapoor and you're watching Sunroot Marketing Lab.